Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome back to Sporty Spotlight at last. Plenty to get through, and there's been one hell of a weekend: FA Cup and EFL action. So we'll start with the Premier League from last week. So Brentford won, Everton won. David Moyes' Everton are still unbeaten. Now,
David Moyes is Everton.
oh my god.
Again, you wouldn't have been saying that the first time around with his job, to be fair.
Mm.
I actually really expected Brentford to go out there and smash Everton and just say to David Moyes, have that one, your game done and dusted. Maybe I should feel a bit bad that I'm dissing David Moyes now because, well, he's kind of shutting me up every time I think he's going to lose.
He's shutting us all up. He's shutting everyone up, considering how the last 6 hours at London Stadium were. And the next result, which was, very disappointing, I think, for the team who play in black and white. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Manchester City 1. Now this is that's very disappointing for Spurs because they had plenty of chances to get more from it, but it just seems that with these sort of big games that they get against, teams like City, even though, we saw them win 4-0 there, and, they beat them in the Carabao Cup this season. Also, last season, we can talk about how they, should have potentially gone more and could have gone more against City in that 2-0 loss that handed them the title. But, yeah, to be honest, it's going to be interesting. And I'll tell you, actually, you know what? But less about that. About City, there's actually one stat that's just come out regarding Manchester City 3, Manchester City 3, Plymouth Argyle 1. This is a stat you need to hear, alright? Listen here. Plymouth Argyle are the only English team that Erling Haaland has played against but failed to score against.
Don't fight with the best of the championship.
But
yeah, but also, I know I didn't put it in the notes and it's off the topic, but we are still on the Man City topic. You can really tell Guardiola and Arteta have been on the managerial sideline together.
yes.
Playing with the ball, are we?
Oh no. He was an assistant. To be fair, he is like his protege in a lot of ways.
There's nothing wrong with the football. One says FA Cup, one says Premier League. Get over it, mate.
What's the difference?
You can't tell me they fly differently. Some footballs do that, but that's because they're weighted, mate. That's why you play futsal.
Yes. And to the next result, which was very jammy and very annoying. But at the same time, not annoying. Manchester United 3, Ipswich Town 2. How have Ipswich not got a point there?
I actually don't know. Patrick Dorgu had an absolute nightmare before he got sent off.
Yes.
But I do have... He's not the Man United man I want to talk about. I want to talk about Garnacho storming off straight into the tunnel thinking he's Cristiano Ronaldo.
God, who does he think he is?
I'm not saying Garnacho's got an attitude problem because we never really see this from him until Amarim's came in. But I think the reason why is because Amarim's different to other managers. Like, he's realistic. He's not going to say, oh, you played bad out there today, don't worry, you got it next time. I mean, he probably does. But he'll be like, you're bad, you need to sort this out. You are not good in any level, so stop thinking you're the main man around here because I'm going to work differently.
He's not. He's literally a child.
Exactly.
Now, and to probably the last result from the one I mentioned from the Premier League, from the midweek, which honestly, I watched the end of this, and to be honest, I don't think it would have been any different if I watched any more part of it. West Ham United 2, Leicester City 0. For the first time in 24-25, West Ham get 2 consecutive wins in the league. Hey. A bit of What was that?
Nothing.
Yeah, I heard what you said, and to be honest, you're right. You're right. That has shown just how bad we've been this season. But to be honest, West Ham, honestly, someone should have just got the entire Let alone. Let alone. Oh my god. Let alone Alphonse Areola. Someone should have a whole team. Someone should have just got them all deck chairs and just sat them out. Just sat them on that pitch, and Leicester wouldn't have scored. Honestly, it was very. It was like a bit too comfortable for comfort, really. And but to be honest, that just shows. Honestly, it is sad seeing just how far Leicester City have contracted. Because we all remember watching them lift the Premier League trophy after that 2-0 win against Everton, and that's absolutely incredible season. And just look at them now.
I think after seeing this West Ham game, I am a bit worried about what lies in the future of Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah. I mean,
because I rated him so high, and now all of a sudden my words are coming back to bite me so bad because he has not performed like he did at PSV.
no, at all.
In fact, I know this is also off topic, but another fan I think was appointed by PSV. I think it was PSV. Robin van Persie.
Oh wow. Well, you know they're going down evidently. But you know what, actually?
Not PSV.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? There's something we will talk about later, but it could be very big for either of the two teams who are 17th and 18th. So, moving swiftly on to the Championship, and I just want to get through this first because I want to get this off my chest. Blackburn Rovers won, Norwich City won.
Right.
I saw both those goals, man.
I want my word. The referees in this league are a disgrace, and I've told so many people so many times. Is it just me, or did I see Angus Garn get punched in the face?
Yes.
Nothing was done about it.
Yeah, you saw that correctly. Disgusting behaviour. And Emmanuel Dennis, honestly. Why was he bullying Ben Crescenti? What did Ben Crescenti do to him? Did you have beef back in primary school or something? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, but I know EFLs are bad, but before we're obviously going to go on to Millwall, which is going to be a whole other topic, but anyway. I do want to say how bad VAR really is, and I hope it never comes anywhere near the EFL.
Good.
And I hope it gets scrapped completely. It is the worst invention I have seen in football history.
Keep it out of the playoffs too, while you're at it. Because it's used in the finals. That's not right. But talking about the goals, first of all, the positives that I want to talk about.
I haven't got goal of the week.
We'll tell you what I've got. Do I have a goal of the week? You know what? I'm going to talk about this one for significance later on. If you've got one, you want to nominate. But
I mean, I've got one for significance, but I think it's very biased.
Okay, well, we'll talk about them both. All right. But just finishing off that pass from Emi Marcondes to Ante Sinat, who I don't know how, but he's got more goals this season than Willy Nonto, which. But we've been missing that sort of midfield dynamic. But honestly, that Andy Weimann goal was just ridiculous. And honestly, Borja Sainz should not be shooting, looking for a second goal when we should be seeing the game out, especially against a 10-man Blackburn. And then bloody Andy Weimann, point blank header, which might have been a fraction offside actually, but you can't really tell with these, and it was never going to get overturned. That would have been the away result of the season, hands down. But you know what? Norwich just do what we seem to do quite a lot of. Honestly, I really like I think we played very well in that game. The way we dominated the game, especially against a team like Blackburn, and how good they are at home. You know, we played dominantly, but what this Norwich team keeps on continuing to do is just shoot ourselves in the foot at the worst times, and that's why we got work. That shows why there's so much more development that this Norwich team needs to undergo if we want to get to where we want to be. Want to get to where we want to be. Yes. I'm trying not to rant here, but there's Should I mention it? Norfolk Holdings have taken an 85% majority shareholding in Norwich City Football Club. Delia Smith and Michael Wynne-Jones's shares have been diluted to 10%, and the extra 5% will be redistributed to other parties who want to have a stake in the club. A new era. We are living in the future, Daniel.
Oh, we definitely are.
Yeah.
Because we had the same chairman for years, but no, we don't.
Yeah. Honestly.
He's a completely different fella, the guy we got now. I mean, it's still his son, but he's got some idea.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it would have been so much. I love the way. I'm not giving any I don't want to discredit it, Delia and Michael in any way, but our club was just underfunded under those two. If I'm being perfectly honest, but
Millwall been the most funded since their whole reign.
Yeah.
This is the most money we've spent in years.
Indeed, and yes, and yet you still won't sign anyone.
We signed like 7 or 8 players in January, thank you.
That's a bit unlike Millwall. Joking.
I mean, one of them's injured for the season now, and the other I've not seen even make the bench.
Oh god.
But other than that, we're okay. We're all okay.
Yes, we're all right. We're all right. Oh god. Right, moving on. This one was the surprise 1-1 draw. Leeds United 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. What a point that is for WBAFC. You know, bring that back to the Boiler Boy. He'll love that. But yeah, but unlike Leeds to drop points at home.
Yeah, indeed. Because it's just a bit unlike Leeds to drop points, really, because they've been superb. But I think this is a very good point for West Brom to take in their playoff push, because this really does give them that glimpse of hope of saying we are still able to compete with these fellas up at the top.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, Tony Mowbray, of course, you know, he's doing a good job there, and he's shown why the impact, the stain he left on the league is still there, and he's adding more and more to it, and he's painting more and more on it. And you know, West Brom have been in a good place pretty much all season. They've been solidly within the playoff spots, and you know, it's going to be still a long way to go, but I can see him getting playoffs again. And you know, losing, of course, you know, the way they did lose out last time was very disappointing, of course, but it still remains to be seen where these teams are going to be. And moving on to another team that are right around West Brom. Oh my god. Oxford United 2, Coventry City 3. Frank Lampard is very well and truly at the wheel. What's going on? He has taken Coventry from 2 points above the relegation zone to 5th in the league.
Right. I remember when we first talked about Frank Lampard being appointed at Coventry, and I think, what was it I said? I think it was either, you don't know what we're going to get out of him because he was really good at Derby, but at a big club he's not that good. So maybe he's got a good chance here. Something like that, or he'll do okay. Not like superb, but he'll do okay. Well, no matter what I said, I think he's exceeded expectations of mine already, because was I ever expecting Coventry to get 5th? Well, yes, I expected that very clearly, but I expected that under Mark Robbins.
Yeah, I didn't want to expect that one.
But I'm sorry to Mark Robbins, but I'm going to expose you right now. I don't care if you think this is just okay. I think Robbins is a fraud. You know that assistant of his?
Oh.
That he had at Coventry?
Go on.
The one he had a falling out with?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, he's got all the tactics.
Oh, no.
So Mark Robbins now, without him, looks like an idiot.
I mean, hence why he's at Stoke now. I mean, honestly, the way Frank Lampard is going at Coventry, Chelsea are going to be knocking on the door for him again come the end of the season. Okay, so that's the good old Championship from this weekend that we all love.
Also, do you want to say before we move on, what on earth has happened to Gary Rowett? This is
Oh
one
no!
of the biggest fall-offs I've ever seen.
Oh!
This is the Gary Rowett way. Dude, I've experienced it at Millwall so much. He would start off brilliantly and fall off. Love it. My manager. I'm joking. Alex Neil, my manager.
Okay, so moving into League One territory, and we all love this because you get goals, and goals galore. Barnsley.
Except I have barely any for this because I'm sorry, League One, your league is very boring.
Yeah. Barnsley 4, Lincoln City 3.
I feel that.
Have it.
But Skabala once again being on the losing side.
Yes.
But it's points Barnsley need. They really needed these. Because, again, Barnsley need to be making their promotion push. And they need it this season.
Yeah,
for sure. If I don't get it now, I've said it so many times already about Barnsley. They're going to be so mid, it's unreal.
I mean,
so, Barnsley better shift it.
Yes, they do. They don't want to be known. They don't want to be known. They don't want their season. They don't want this season to just be the one that people look back on and be like, "Oh, remember that season when Barnsley lost 7-0 to Man United." They don't want that. Nah.
That is so bad.
Oh God.
That's so bad.
Oh my.
Off topic. Actually,
Yes.
because I do want to say there is one result. We never do abroad results because it's not our thing.
Go on.
I'm not Spanish, but
I think I know where you're
Anthony
going.
is so much better than Kylian Mbappe.
Real Betis 2, Real Madrid 1. They knew it was going to happen. They knew Anthony was going to haunt them, and with Bellingham out.
And I also knew that every player that leaves United gets good again. Unless you call Donny van der Beek, because he just got absolutely ruined.
Yes, that's true. Yep, Betis should buy Anthony. Absolutely, just buy him now. Honestly, I would.
He'd actually be very good.
Yes, he would. Be way better than he would be at United. And then, tell you what, next season, in 2 seasons' time, next season, should United get Europe, which, is unlikely at this point, then they're going to play each other in the Europa League, and Anthony is going to score a hat-trick in front of the Stretford end, and then celebrate in front of everyone.
That'd be hilarious.
But moving back into League One. Bristol Rovers 2, Rotherham United 3. A big 3 points for Rotherham in, dare I say it, the relegation battle.
Yeah, but they finally do get the points.
Yeah.
And they finally do actually come out with the win. But they still have such a leaky defence.
Yeah.
They really, but I know so many people say, and it's American stuff, I get it, that defence wins you championships, or defence wins you championships. But in a football knowledge, realistically, that's not true, but you do need a defence to make sure you do come out clearly the victor, because, if you're not going to be good defensively, change your football then. Or
Exactly.
teach your players how to defend, because you concede so many in this league. And if you concede that much, it's just not going to end well for you. Take Norwich, for example. You score a hell of a lot of goals, yeah?
Yes. Thank you.
How many do you concede as well?
Also quite a few.
Exactly. And then you take Millwall. I get it. No, we don't score goals. But we don't concede. Our goal difference is 0. Millwall's defence and Norwich's goals would make a league-winning side in that sense.
Indeed it would. So I tell you what, can we have Jaffa Tanganga, please?
Yeah, you could do it. Exactly. No. Before I get onto that, I think after this season, if we don't get promoted, he has like £2.5 million release clause, and West Ham are interested in him.
Oh no. Oh god, why is football so wacky? Moving on. What the hell? What's going on with Walsall? Losing 1-0 home to Swindon Town. Am I reading this right? Do my eyes deceive me?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to every Walsall fan that is on the planet, because I have cursed you so bad that your team is really going to go and bottle the league title right now.
There's still 4 points clear, but do we?
They were like
Wait a minute.
13 when I first said they were the best in the league.
Do Bradford have a game in hand? Yes, they do. Hang on, wait a minute. Oh, do Walsall play tomorrow night? Wait, they do. They play Carlisle, so it's not a game in hand. But what's going on with Walsall?
Bradford play Carlisle. Carlisle at the bottom of the league.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they did beat Barrow in the Cumbria derby. But
I mean, they're bottom of the league by goal difference.
yeah.
Then you've got the very fallen off Morecambe.
Yes. Very fallen off Morecambe. Indeed. And big one. The big one from League 2. MK Dons 0. Colchester United 1. Scott Lindsay gets the sack by Cole U. It's cold. Anything to say?
No, not really, actually. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Other than it's a good 3 points for Colchester. I will say it before you say it, they're not in a promotion race. But MK Dons, well, they're just not good enough.
Yeah, but what do you think of how do you think they're gonna like move on now they've sacked their manager?
You're asking the wrong guy, mate.
Yeah.
Normally I have the right answer, but when it comes to a team like this, I don't know.
Yeah, well, they're just a team. They're not even a club. That we go on. Tell you what, you and I should just go to MK at some point. Just sing. Empty seat. They're here. They're there. I see them everywhere. Empty seats. Empty seats. No. Okay, moving on to the FA Cup and the result that everyone seems to be talking about for all the wrong reasons. Crystal Palace 3, Millwall 1. Okay, I should shut up.
They're not talking about the result, though, are they?
No, we're not talking about the result. We are talking about Liam Roberts, absolutely disgusting. He literally charges into Jean-Philippe Mateta's chest.
You're one of these guys,
No, it's into his head. Nah, but actually, you know what? No, to be honest, tackles get mistimed. And I think he has apologised.
Well, actually.
But yeah.
I will say Millwall have actually made a statement defending Roberts
Oh, God.
instead of what I think is an apology.
Go on.
But I'm going to make it very clear before I get onto the actual match. For all of you on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the hell you use, maybe even the old grounds on Facebook. But if you think for 1 second Roberts intentionally thinks, oh yeah, today the ball's going to fly right towards me and Mateta's going to get a kick round the face, then you are very, 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 very delusional and very stupid. Because if you think a goalkeeper goes into a game thinking I'm going to absolutely do that guy in because he's got a try to boom, 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 as that's in the room, so he's going to get a boom with his foot, that's not how that works. Because I'm going to defend Roberts with my life here. He's going for the ball. So for all of you saying the defender should be doing that job, that's because the defender got bodied and there would have been a foul on Palace if Roberts had not kicked him. We would have got a free kick instead of Palace getting a free kick. It's just a whole nother level of stupidity by everyone. Because I'm going to defend Roberts with my life here. Because this is ridiculous. The man should not get nonsense. And just put in a challenge. And for, good old Paris here, I know you've taken back the comments, mate. But you constantly say, bad challenge, bad challenge, bad challenge, bad challenge. When you're trying to be asked a different question on BBC Sport, mate. Not how it works. And you, my friend, are a very bad owner because you don't understand how football works. The fact you're saying Millwall goalkeeper and don't even know his name when you're a football owner is absolutely shocking.
That's bad. But into the actual.
I'm with Roberts on that.
Go on now. Into the actual game itself. How do you think Millwall actually played realistically that day?
Seeing we had 10 men.
Yeah.
I can't be mad. I think we were actually quite good.
Yeah. I mean, you did score.
We were quite good.
I mean, you.
I'd say that going into it, but we were quite good. Jensen, when he came on, he was a good player. I think he was quite good. The reason I don't understand how Wes Harding does not play more frequently at Millwall. I know we don't trust him for some reason, but he's just scored against Palace for God's sake.
Yeah.
Put him in against Bristol tomorrow. I swear to God, if you put me in someone like Zach Sturz, I'm gonna die. But no, I think we played well. Jensen played really well. There was just one problem with him.
Go on.
And that was the header from Eddie Nketiah. I think he should be saving that, but it was kind of Saville's fault going into it. But also, I do want to say a massive difference between the Premier League and the Championship. The fact Crystal Palace bring on Adam Wharton and Romain Esse as game changers. We bring on game changers of George Honeyman and George Saville.
God.
They are completely different players.
Those are light years apart. Ugh. But, yeah, frustrating.
Also, do want to talk about the very one brave Millwall fan.
Oh, yes, go on.
You Palace fans are very weak.
Oh, no.
How does it take 10 of you to take down one guy? One guy.
Cognies are just built different.
Also, there is a very bad tweet. For all of you saying, oh yeah, us Millwall fans are grim because of being racist to the 6-year-old girl, I think you've probably heard about it.
No.
Palace fans saying Millwall fans are a disgrace. They are being racist to my 6-year-old girl. I've got a few good questions.
Oh,
First
no.
of all, what do you have to prove that? Second of all, I couldn't hear a thing about racism. Third of all, Millwall are normally racist to 6-year-old girls. That's not what we do.
What?
I think this guy is generally trying to make stuff out of this so he can just feel like someone can feel sympathy for him.
Why is he even...
Or we could all be against Millwall. Also, there's even more about Millwall.
What? Hang on, can I just say,
into more of our chance, like let him die.
Ah.
Whatever will be in the text in A&E.
Oh, no.
And the homophobic chance towards Ben Chilwell.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we are officially wrestled the whole country.
Oh, no. But to be honest, talk about that 6-year-old girl. Like you're right. You make valid points, like why that probably isn't true. But why are you even taking a 6-year-old girl to a match like that in the first place?
Realistically, if I was about 3 years old, then I'd be banging out a Crystal Palace fan. Give me a beer glass, bang.
God, I can imagine you if you got attacked by some bloody Palace ultras in the street. Oh no, tell you what, if we can get Palace Millwall, we can certainly get West Ham Millwall. Have it. Come on, the FA. The FA.
No, the FA is now trying their best to get rid of it after they just see Crystal Palace Millwall. Let's go.
Nah. Some things just have to happen. Some things just have to.
They do.
Bring it on, Tommy Hatcher! Right, moving on. What the hell? This doesn't make sense. Preston North End 3, Burnley 0. The best defence in Europe goes and concedes 3 against bloody Preston.
That's not what I'm gonna get all upset about. Osmajic,
Oh my God.
I hate you.
Twat. I don't usually talk. I don't usually talk like that on this podcast.
Yeah.
Prat.
Taunting in front of the Burnley fans after his accusation of racism.
Which I think is highly plausible.
I think that is very stupid.
Ugh.
Because now, if you're correct, this taunting makes it even worse for yourself.
Yes.
But no, I just don't like Osmaic because he's like Luis Suarez, just without the beautiful football. He's just a very washed Luis Suarez.
Yeah. For God's sake, I can't say anything about him. He scored against us.
He is scoring against us. Way!
Okay, right. But yeah, Preston now have Aston Villa in the quarterfinals.
Preston North End are going to beat Aston Villa and go to Wembley.
Yeah, Will Keane.
I'm gutted though because if we beat Palace, we would have got Fulham, which kind of ruins one of the results, but sharp. But I felt like we had a good chance of beating Fulham.
Really?
Yeah.
Alex Neil ball versus Marco Silva ball. Would have been entertaining, but yeah.
Traore against Wes Harding and Jake Cooper.
Well, you got the league to focus on now.
Yep.
Right, and probably like the result of the weekend, which this is the goal of the week. Newcastle United 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Danny Welbeck, once a Mackem, always a Mackem. Yeah, boy.
Very good. But I'm going to say something about Newcastle.
Yeah, go on.
Their players were an absolute disgrace.
Yes.
On that pitch. Especially Anthony Gordon.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God.
They're never going to get that appealed.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Especially when they've got a bloody cup final soon, and now he's going to miss the cup final. Arne Slot is probably licking his lips looking at that.
Arne Slot's thinking, well, the trouble's on now, isn't it?
Yeah. Ugh. But yeah.
But it was just a disgrace, in all honesty.
You know what? Could Brighton go all the way? As for them, could they go all the way? Could
the
they?
youngest manager ever.
Fabian Herzilla. Oh.
I'd like to see that.
That would be mad. Would be insane. And I could say I saw the start of it. The last, or even though I'm pretty sure Forest Ipswich would have started by now, and that game is currently 0-0. The good one, the one we all like to see.
Our prediction's kind of screwed here now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Forest and Ipswich on there.
Oh God. But the one that we all like to see. Would you like to say it? You say it.
Is it Aston Villa 2 Cardiff 0? No,
What?
I'm joking.
No, Marco Asensio still. What a boy. But
Yeah,
go on.
Rashford. But
Yeah.
is it Man United 1, Fulham 1, and Fulham win on penalties?
Yes. Oh, Marco Silva's Cottagers are one game away from Wembley.
And they do get their revenge from many years ago when Mitch was known for grabbing the referee or whatever it was.
But yeah, very, very brilliant for Fulham. Very, very happy for him. But as for United, that just sums up their season. It really does.
Well, I'm going to speak about United season. It's done.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's over.
They have nothing to play for, and now I bet you Man United are going to sack Amorim.
Yes. God, then screw until the end of the season. Yeah.
But I think this is over now. They've got nothing to play for anymore.
They're not going to win the Europa League.
No.
Now, Sociedad will beat them, probably.
That's the only shot they've
Real
got from
Sociedad.
Europe.
Yeah.
And I don't think they stand a chance, if I'm being honest.
I mean, the United thing would be to just go and prove everyone wrong.
And win the Europa League.
Yeah, but to be honest, with with Amad Diallo out, I don't see him creating enough to do that. He's been their shining light. He saved them so many times, but he's not there. He's gone. And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if he leaves.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right, now let's get into some predictions. And let's see.
These predictions still don't work.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how these end. Righto. Okay, getting straight into it. So we start with Blackburn versus Norwich. You predicted Norwich to win, and so did I. It was a draw, so it's 0-0. Palace Millwall. We both predicted Millwall to win, and to be honest, I should have used my brain there.
So should I?
Yeah, and Palace won, so it remains 0-0. Okay. Leeds. What was that voice crack? Sorry. Leeds versus West Brom. I predicted a draw, and you predicted Leeds to win. It was a draw. Hey.
Oh, it's good.
So it's 1-0 to me. Man City versus Plymouth. We both predicted Plymouth to win, and yeah, it's sad to see. Very sad. So it remains 1-0 to me. Man United versus Fulham. I predicted Fulham to win. You predicted Man United to win. So it's 2-0 to me.
What am I doing?
Why am I cooking? I don't know why. Nottingham Forest versus Ipswich Town. We both predicted Ipswich to win, and it's what's going on now. It is still 0-0 going into the break. Could be anyway. So it remains 2-0 to me. Tottenham versus Man City. You predicted City to win. I predicted a draw. You've got a bit of shining light here, Daniel, because it is now 2-1. But I'm instantly about to smother your light, because in West Ham versus Leicester, you predicted a draw. I predicted a win for West Ham. So 3-1 to me. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see some more of the EFL going into League One. What was Birmingham. Yes. Wait, no. What's going on? I don't remember seeing that. That did not happen. Birmingham. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Birmingham versus Leyton Orient. We both predicted Birmingham to win. They did win, so it is now 4-2 to me. Wrexham versus Bolton. I predicted Bolton to win. You predicted Wrexham to win. It was a draw, so it remains 4-2. Excuse me. Walsall versus Swindon. We both predicted Walsall to win. Walsall lost, so it is 4. So it remains 4-2. Wimbledon versus Bromley. You predicted Wimbledon to win. I predicted a draw. And actually, no, we didn't talk about this, but that is an incredible result for Bromley. Another incredible result for them. They're doing absolutely fantastically, which we didn't talk about enough, really.
Well, Wimbledon had the crumbling playoff hopes, is all I can say, really. Bromley are showing they're actually quite good. Not what I was expecting, actually. It's rock bottom.
Yeah. And, it shows that the gap between League 1, League 2 and the National League is not as big as people say it is. Just my opinion.
As people say it is, yeah.
And MK Dons versus Colchester. I predicted a Colchester win. You predicted a draw. So yep, it ends 5-2 to me. Oh, Danny boy. Are you okay? You're buffering just a slightly bit.
No, I'm good, sorry.
So,
What might be? Hey.
fair enough. Well, you're buying the chips. I'm joking. So, okay. Well, tell you what. We'll because of that, we'll tell you what. We'll leave it there. We'll leave the predictions for next week for now. So, thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe to both our channels, and we'll see you all again very soon. Alright, would help if I stop recording.